Hello, I'm Jeff Phillips, and thank you for tuning in to this week's Webisode. Today's guest is Marcia, and she is the PR Marketing Director for Precision Door Service. Marcia, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yep. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
All right, as Jeff said, I'm the PR Marketing Director for Precision Door Service, and what I do is I'm the face for the community to get the word out about what we do. And what we do is residential and commercial overhead door repair and installation for the Triangle and Triad. On the residential side, everything related to garage doors. On the commercial side, dock doors, rolling doors, grill gates, and all of the peripheral commercial equipment that comes along with it.
Okay. So being a PR marketing expert, why don't you explain to the viewers some things that maybe Precision Door Service does to get the name out in the community?
We're involved in several chambers, community networking events, industry association groups. We attend a bunch of those. I'm in charge of the social media, newsletters, as well as the advertising.
Great. It keeps you busy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, very good. Well, let's talk about a little bit about some questions the viewers may have regarding garage doors. And I know you're not a technician, so if there's something that you can't answer, I'm not going to hold it against you. I'll call your office. So as far as the remotes, the remotes for the garage doors, if it starts working inconsistently, is that something that we would have to call a technician out for to fix?
No, I'm going to give you a good tip and check for the battery. I didn't know it had a battery. Someone had to remind me and when I started working here that it does have a battery, but batteries wear out, as you know. And so pry open your remote, and this may also apply to your wireless pad that's on the side of your garage. Pry those open with a coin or a screwdriver or whatever way is indicated to get those open. See what kind of battery it takes. Replace it, and that should fix your problem. I gave this tip to someone the other day. They emailed me a day or two later, said they tried that, replaced the battery, and quote unquote, it worked like a charm.
Yeah, I think I had a similar story as well where, those batteries last a long time, and it was about 4 or 5 years. Mine started doing the same thing. I kept pressing the button harder and didn't really do anything, but I found out there was a battery, replaced it, and hey, it worked like a charm, as Marcia said. So what can somebody do for whatever reason if they get trapped in their garage, and why would they get trapped?
You get trapped usually because of the power going out or somehow the garage or otherwise malfunctioning. What some folks don't realize is the cord that hangs down from your Trax garage door opener is a release mechanism. So you can pull down on that to release and unlatch it from the track. And that would allow you manual operation of the door. So if you don't have time to wait for a technician, you really got to get to an appointment, you've really got to get to work, you can, again, open and close the door manually until you get back home and have time to either call someone to take care of the garage door issue, or hopefully the powers come back on at that time.
Okay, so let's say the power did come back on and I want it to work properly again. How do I guess, reattach that latch?
And this, again, this is in layman's terms, and we have videos we can email to you that will show you how to reattach the opener. But basically, you want to get the rectangular box that moves up and down your track, reconnect it back to the cord. And you should just be able to kind of pull and click it back into place. I also want to share that if you think that it's not the garage door opener, and if it's not because of power, but rollers have come, bounce out of the track or any other mechanism where the door may be imbalanced, you probably don't want to do with that yourself. Doors are very heavy. If springs and cables and whatnot, or if you think they're going to be snapping, or if they have snapped, you don't want to try to operate the door manually and get someone there who knows how to deal with that and diffuse any sort of dangerous situation.
Great. Okay. Now, what can a homeowner do to kind of like inspect the garage door to make sure it is working properly?
Yeah, there's a few simple things you can do. When the doors close, just look over the springs, cables, and rollers. Look for signs of erosion, rust, strain, or whatever on things. It might be a horrible sound. So that's an easy one. Just eyeball things and see if you see anything that looks a little bit out of sorts. The other thing that you can do is to test the reversing mechanism on the door. And that's what kicks in to make sure that when the door is closed, if it encounters an object, that it will reverse. So you can put a 2x4 on the ground from where the door and the floor would normally meet. when the door closes down on that 2x4, let's say, the door should reverse. If it doesn't reverse, then you want to get that checked out. The last thing that you can do is you can check the reversing mechanism by checking the photo sensors or the I-beams. Stick a broom handle or something to simulate when your child or dog is running through the door. Wave the broom handle in front of the sensors. If the door doesn't reverse, when that happens, then you close the door back, clean the eyes gently with a cloth. You can also readjust them gently to try to get them realigned if they seem out of whack, and see if that gets your reversing mechanism and with the I-beams working again.
Okay, great. Well, that's good advice, good tips. Now, if for whatever reason I do all that stuff and it's still not working properly, where can myself or say a viewer go if they need to get a technician out?
Okay, Precision Door Service does offer 24/7 service, no extra charge on evenings and weekends. You can visit our website, precisiondoorinc.com, or you can call the toll-free number that'll be listed at the end of the video.
Great, fantastic. Good tips, good advice, and thank you for coming in, Marcia.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right.